this used to be just an RC car channel, but I really wanted to get more into the model building because that's, just to be honest, it's more what I enjoy. I enjoy this. Welcome back to the workbench, where Uncut, we try to make things. And what I'm trying to make right now is Revell's 1971 Mach 1 Mustang. This is for the Blue Ox Model Shop's Street Machine group build. And, well, we don't have much of an update. And actually, all today really is going to be is an update, but more of an update on the channel. And I'll even call it, I think, more like shop talk. Let's just call it that, actually. But quickly, update on the Mach 1. So the H-pipe is pretty well done. I don't know if you can see, but I've got this to fit perfectly on this side. I got to do the same thing on this side. This pipe is a little thicker than the pipe that came with it. So I guess what we will say is I cheated a little. I guess we'll call it that way. What I had to do, I took my heavy grit sanding stick here, which is better known as a fingernail file, and I filed the back side of the pipe, because basically it's sitting on the floor pan here, and I just could not get it low enough to meet up appropriately with the collector where it lined up well. So I just kind of sanded that back side down until it did. I'm gonna do the same on this side. I guess we can maybe consider this the equivalent in the one-to-one world is, you know, taking the sledgehammer to your header to make it, to give yourself a little clearance. Well, that's what I did with a fingernail file on the backside of these pipes here to get them to fit. And that is basically the update we have for the Mach 1. So moving on, what I really wanted to talk about this episode is kind of, I like to call it shop talk or behind the scenes kind of talk about the channel. So maybe we'll call it a channel update. Let's move this guy out of the way. And the first thing I wanted to talk about was the old McLaren M8B. So you guys who've been following along probably remember this build. In fact, let me just move the box out of the way. I'll bring the chassis over. This is a build we did previously. If I can get it over here. Now here's the chassis, which turned out, I think, pretty nice. It needs just a little bit of work, but it's pretty well. Yeah, these wheels need glued on, that's for sure. They're a little loose, but it turned out pretty well. But if you remember right, when we were shooting the paint, which the paint turned out so nice. I mean, it is really nice, but for whatever reason, when I shot the back, even though this is black paint, and we went over this before, it crinkled over the black. So I've actually started wet sanding this, and then this, we're gonna have an update coming back when we're done with the Mach 1. There's a few things after that I wanna do, but we're gonna come right back to this build and I'm gonna finish it up. So I finally, I had to set it aside. When this happened, I had to set it aside for a second, take a few breaths, but we're gonna come back to it. I've already started wet sanding it. It's actually not gonna, now that I'm working with it, it's not gonna take much to get this done. It just needs a little bit of wet sanding. I'll re-clear it. There's a few little parts that's got to be put on. And then we're gonna actually build out, the idea was to build out this into kind of a display type diorama with the bodywork displayed all around the car. And that's why I wanted the bodywork to look good, wanted everything to look really well. And it's just that one, oh man, it made me so mad. But anyways, yeah, we'll get that re-cleared, but we're gonna come right back to it after the Mach 1, build out the diorama display kind of thing with that also. The other thing I wanted to mention, and this is more, I guess you could say shop talk or YouTube shop talk, is I kind of watch my analytics. I want to make sure, I really do want to make content that you guys like. And since I've kind of reinvented the channel, this used to be just an RC car channel, but I really wanted to get more into the model building because that's, just to be honest, it's more what I enjoy. I enjoy this more, but I also enjoy all kinds of model building, right? So not just, automotive is my favorite, but I enjoy also the wooden model builds that I've done on the channel, which basically are like the houses and the book nooks and that kind of thing. And I seem to have, just watching my analytics, kind of two separate viewerships. One is for the automotive stuff, and it appears that they like their videos a certain way. And then the other is for, we'll call them the book nook or the wood. I don't know what you really call that. The wooden model, like the miniature dollhouse is what it really is. The miniature dollhouse builds, which I really love doing. I just love doing scale stuff. Anyways, love doing those. And they kind of enjoy their content a different way. And to be specific, it seems like the model building community really likes to just see updates. They don't want to see the birth. They just want to see the baby. I guess is the best way to put it. So I think what I'm going to start doing, this is my plan, 2 videos every day. The automotive stuff is going to continue to come out at 4 o'clock like it always has. The car model builds. 4 o'clock Central Time every day. A little bit more updatey than, because a lot of times we get into where we work on stuff. Not so much of that, more just I'm going to work off camera, come back and give you the update of where we're at, how we got there. If there's very interesting things that I want to do together with you guys. So it's still going to be uncut, if that makes sense. Like it's not going to have cuts in it. It has become edited and I'm continuing to try to make the edits and the content more interesting, more appealing. Let me know if there's things you want to see, or if what I'm saying is completely off base, let me know down in the description. But I think I'm going to, as far as the automotive model builds go, it's going to be more kind of update type stuff, things that I've brought into the shop, different new tools that have come in, materials, things of that nature. And then if there's interesting things in the build that we're working on that time, whether it's a group build or just a build I'm doing, we can do that together. But I think it's going to be more limited. It's not going to be, just a straight build video, if that makes sense. Now, on the other hand, the wood and let's call it the miniature, the miniature dollhouse or the book nook community, they like to follow along with the directions. So step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. So that's how I'm going to do those. And those kind of lend more to that because they are just kind of straightforward. Here's step 1, here's step 2, here's step 3, here's how we can build it. Here's the problems I ran into. Here's the problems that I ran into that you need to avoid, those kind of things. So those videos, which I think I'm going to probably be releasing at probably 6 o'clock Central Standard Time in the evening. I think that's probably the time I'm going to settle on it. Those are going to come out. That's how those videos are going to go. So even, hey, if you're an automotive guy, if you're a model builder interested in that, and you're also interested in those videos, also please, you can watch also, and vice versa. Please watch all the videos you want to. I appreciate it. But that's how those are going to be structured, is literally uncut, unedited, me just building whatever it is we're building. I do have plans for some of those to be customized, but I think how I'm going to do those is in edited videos and just kind of one-offs. So it'll be like the full build one-off. Here is, because Halloween's coming up and I'd like to do some that are modified for Halloween. So building a miniature house and turning it into a haunted house. But I think I'm going to do those as just edited videos, maybe 1 or 2, just one-offs, which I have a lot of ideas for those also. So there will be one-off videos. Like I just ordered in a whole bunch of different liquid mask. I couldn't think of what you call it. All different brands of liquid mask. And I'm going to do it's a series I used to do of a Let's Find Out kind of series, like which liquid mask is the best. So right now I'm deriving the experiments to go along with those, so that we have, I think I have 5 different liquid masks, and then I'm going to do a DIY liquid mask also, and then I think I'm going to compare it all to masking tape. But I'm going to do, I think I have 3 scenarios that'll be involved in it, where we're going to compare it'd be 7, all 7 different maskings, 5 liquid masks, 1 DIY liquid mask, and masking tape. We're going to compare them in 3 different scenarios. Anyways, I want to keep, and that'll be a one-off video, on top of everything else. I probably over-explained that, but there we go. So that's kind of where we're going. I think I'm going to go with the channel. Let me know what you think. If that makes sense to you, or if you do it, if I'm completely off base. So 2 videos a day. I'm going to do car model builds, because that's what I love doing. But then I'm also going to do the mini, whatever you call it, dollhouse. There we go. The miniature dollhouse builds, because I also love doing those. Do 1 each a day. So kind of the 2 separate viewerships that I have will enjoy watching. We'll have daily content, or double content, watch them both. And then a lot of one-offs on top of that, because there's other stuff I like doing too. Like I like trying to do the Let's Find Out videos. I want to do the custom builds of the dollhouses. I like to do different. I might do some military builds and stuff like that, but I'll do those kind of in one-offs. If that makes sense. I hope that all makes sense. Let me know if that made sense down in the comments. Quick one again, just updating again on the channel and on what's to come. Tonight we start the 48-hour build. I'm super excited. I'm so curious how short I come on the 48-hour build. I'm gonna try to finish it in 48 hours. I will start recording that tonight at 8 o'clock. I've got to get this edited and out today. And then I'm going to record that. I can't start until 8 o'clock tonight. So it's going to just be a short intro for tonight. And then I got to get it edited real quick and out tonight. I don't know what time I can get it up, but as soon as I can get it finished, it will be going up tonight also. And then tomorrow and Sunday will kind of be more of the build videos, which will be edited because I'm not putting the hours and hours and hours. It's going to be edited down into little bite-sized amounts. But anyways, that starts tonight. I'm excited about that, so be sure to check that out. Let me know what you think down in the description. Hit the subscribe button if you want to more of this rambling. I don't know. You like this? Whatever. Hit the subscribe button. Hey, it's free. It's free to subscribe. The like button's free also. Do that one. And comments are free. And I might even respond. Anyways, do those things you do on YouTube, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. I'll see you tonight. Bye-bye.